Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Fun Fold Friday. So happy you're able to join me tonight, either on the live or watching the replay. Either way, please say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. That would be most awesome. I'm Dorene Decibus from It Begins with Ink and Paper, and I'm here tonight to show you another fun fold. And this week, let's talk about what I'm using. I'm using the Country Bouquet stamp set. It's a photopolymer stamp set. There are 16 stamps. We have some beautiful heart type images, plants, and I love the font in this set. And we have some great sentiments. I love that we are friends. For you, I love you with love. Happy Valentine's Day, and just wanted to say. So that's the stamp set we're going to be using tonight. I'm also going to be using the Baker's Twine Essential Pack, which has the white, black, the gray, the vanilla, and the crumb cake. Baker's Twine in it, which is pretty awesome. I also have some of the heart pearls and some of the opaque adhesive back gems. Not sure which ones I'm going to use yet, but I will use one of those. So that's the easy part. All right, I wanted to start with just showing you this cute little treat package that I received from a friend using this bundle. It used the hearts. It's stamped in petal pink with For You. Uses the red ribbon that's from the red. It's a double ribbon pack with a kind of a crumb cake ribbon and a red ribbon. And this little pack has, I don't know if you can see inside it, but it has a Ghirardelli square. Super easy to make. What you need, I even wrote it down so that you can see it. You need a 6 3/4 inch by 2.5 inch piece of paper. You're going to score this in half and just fold it up. I punched 1/8 of a hole in it, and I first put the Ghirardelli square in, attached it with a little adhesive to keep it in place, and then I tied some ribbon through it after I added some of the designer series paper. I didn't. I got it from a friend. I'm saying I did, but it was my friend who actually made this. So stinking cute. So I just thought I'd share that. So what do you need for tonight? So we are going to make a 4-panel accordion fold card. It's also known as a W fold card, and I'll show you why in just a second. Actually, I can show you sooner than later. I have a piece of cardstock that I already, just to show you what it looks like. So you can see the W when you, let me move this, make sure it's in the camera. You can see the W that it forms when you fold it. And we're going to be adding another piece of cardstock to this. So it's going to be a little different from a W fold, but the same kind of idea. You could also call it a 4-panel accordion fold. So what do you need for supplies? You are going to need a piece of thick basic white cardstock that is 5.5 by 11. I have the dimensions right here. Don't worry, you can zoom in on your camera and take a screenshot if you want, but I will be putting these measurements right in the description in the comments below the post. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I will be putting it in the description. So I will have them in for you, but I have them here just in case you want to follow along. So I'm going to need my paper cutter. And let me just have this so I can see myself. So this is a piece of 5.5 by 11 of thick basic white cardstock. And I'm going to start by scoring at 1 3/4 inch. So let's just make sure I've got the scoring blade and not the cutting blade. That would really bum me out if I started cutting it. I'm going to score it at 3.5. I'm going to score it at 5 1/4. And then I'm going to score it again at 7 inches. So let's get that. Okay, there we go. That's the scoring that we need on this. We're also going to need a 2.5 by 6 inch piece of cardstock. I'm using the Sweet Sorbet, and we're going to score this at 3 inches right in the middle. So we have that all set. Put my paper cutter away. And then what we're going to need is, we're going to need to add to our score, our kind of accordion fold. We're going to need some designer series paper that measures 1.5 by 5 1/4. I'm using the Sweet Sorbet with the little mini hearts on it, coming from the Country Bouquet Sweet. So it's the paper that matches the stamp set. I also have 2 pieces that are measured at 2 1/4 by 2 3/4 that are going to go on either side of this, and I will put those on in just a second. I also, out of Sweet Sorbet paper, punched using the double punch heart punch pack. It has a scallop punch and it has a heart punch, and these layer onto each other. So I punched those out, and then I just have a 1/2 inch strip of extra cardstock. When I am trimming my cardstock down, I keep all those pieces so that I can use it for different greetings. And so this is just a 1/2 inch strip. I'm going to be cutting it out. I'm not going to use this whole strip, so it doesn't matter, you know, as long as it's a couple inches long. Okay, so to start, we are going to do what is known as a mountain fold, a valley fold, and then a mountain fold. So my mountain fold is going to go up. My valley fold is going to go down. My mountain fold is going to go up again, and then the valley fold is going to go down. Now I want to go again. I want to use my bone folder to really crease this. I want it a nice, anytime you're doing a fold, you want to have a really nice crease on it. So I'm going to go back and crease every single fold with my bone folder. And so let me just
designer series paper that measures 1.5 by 5 1/4.
Let me just shut my volume off. There we go. So you can't hear it. And I'm going to crease the last one. Okay, so there's my accordion fold. Now I'm ready to start decorating this. So I can open this back up, and I'm going to start by putting my designer series paper on. So this is I love this designer series paper. Look at the back side of it with the beautiful blue hearts. That's the balmy blue paper color. So I'm just going to add some adhesive, and I'm just going to center it on each of these panels. You'll be able to see this when the whole card is put together. You'll be able to see all these panels when they're kind of standing up and opened. I'm going to make sure that I put these on at the same height. So here we go. I cut these out of one piece. So if you look really close, you can even see where I cut our cards up, and they kind of match a little bit. Okay, so we have these on. This is a pretty easy card to make. You just need that larger sheet of cardstock. Okay, I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to fold this piece here and score it with my bone folder. I'm going to open it back up because the two outer pieces are going to get the designer series paper. And again, the back side of this is striped. It's a sorbet and pink stripe. This piece is going to get the heart on the front. So I kind of chose a piece that when the heart is sitting on it, I can still see some of the designer series paper, but the middle piece was pretty, benign, so I could, it's okay if it's covered. This one I wanted to see some of the hearts, so I made sure as I cut it, that's the way it was. So this is going to go right here. And when I'll do this afterwards, this is going to go here, and I'm going to mount this on top and put a greeting and a bow on it. So let's just get this together, and then we'll do the stamping afterwards. So this is going to go around these two pieces so that when it opens up, you'll get to see the inside panels and this. So that's kind of cool. And so I am going to add adhesive on the inside of both of these edges. And then to line it up evenly, I'm going to close these panels. I'm going to put make sure my hearts are going the right way. I'm going to go in almost halfway and attach that. And then I'm just going to close this. Whoops, it's not quite even. So are we even here? It looks like we are. And then just make sure we're even on this side. And so this is how the card is going to open up. You can see that W shape. You can see the cute little design that's filling it in there. So now let's do some stamping and putting the last part together. So when I stamp the inside of the card, I want my greeting to go right here so it's hidden by this piece here. So when I open it up, I am going to stamp the Happy Valentine's Day because this is a Valentine's Day card. And I am going to stamp it right here. So I can center that because I knew this went over to about a 1/2 inch. So there we go with that. And now I'm going to actually take some hearts and do a little stamping at the top and the bottom there. It's all covered up by our middle piece. And then I'm going to do my last bit of stamping on this little scrap of paper, and I'm stamping on that with love, because that's going to go on the front of the card. So I'm just going to stamp that right in the middle. Like I said, I love the font of this stamp set. So that is done. I am going to take some paper snips, and I'm just going to cut a diagonal to make it smaller, and that piece is going to go right on the front of the heart. So it's going to go kind of in, whoops, kind of. And then I am going to take a bow that I've already put together, a double bow, and I'm going to put it on a glue dot to attach it to the heart. There we go. And I'm going to put this right up in the corner. There we go. All right, so this I'm just going to attach to the front. So I'm just going to add some adhesive, center it, and this way I get to see some of the hearts on the designer series paper. This piece here, I'm going to use some dimensionals just to raise it up a little bit. So we'll put one on the top, the bottom, and in the middle, give it a lot of support. Let me just get those off, get some of this out of the way. That way, if you want to zoom in, you can. So now I'm just going to center this here. And now I can put some gems on. I think what I'm going to do is go, I just love these. These are the opaque adhesive backed gems. So I'm going to start with using some of the white ones. And I'm going to use some of the little tiny white ones and put them on the heart. There we go. And then I'm going to decorate. This edge of the card is bothering me. Then I'm going to decorate using, these are actually the Mellow Mamba ones, but I'll tell you, they just look so much like, how do I want this? I guess right like that. They just look so much like Sweet Sorbet. So there we go. And that is the finish of our heart, our stamp, our card. Though I actually want to take my heart stamp again and stamp a heart right there at the bottom. I think that is needed. So here is our final card. It says with love. We've got some bling on it. We've got a ribbon, and you open it up, and this is what it looks like if you're looking down on it. And this is what it looks like when it's standing up. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Please help my small business out by sharing this video, liking this video, leaving me a comment. All of that helps with the Facebook analytics, so I appreciate that. Thank you for joining me tonight. I look forward to seeing you next week for another Fun Fold Friday. Have a great weekend, everyone, and stay warm. I know in New England, it is so cold right now. We're getting that Arctic chill. So stay warm this weekend and enjoy it. Get some crafting time in, and I will see you next Friday on Fun Fold Friday. Good night, everybody.